I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrotum. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah. We heard.
Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and today I'm going to upload my last video regarding the latest God of War book, Lore and Legends. I'm still debating whether I should upload one about the Norse timeline, but my fellow God of War YouTuber, John Ford, already did a pretty good job with the same topic. But don't be sad, because I think today's video is a little more important than the Norse timeline. I'm going to talk about Atreus' last journal entry found in God of War Lore and Legends. This information is important because as of this moment, this journal entry is as close as we can get to the start of God of War Ragnarok. And let me just say in advance, things are going to get crazy in Midgard. This is what Atreus writes. This morning I woke with a jolt, like somebody jabbed me with a shock arrow. I turned to Mimir. He was reading a book, sleepless as always. He looked at me and said, "Things have taken a turn, I fear." As I sat up, I could feel it too. Something different is happening for sure. It isn't just a change in the weather. Father was already on his feet unwrapping his blades. For a guy who ignores his feelings, he sure has a keen sense about threat and danger. Outside I can feel wildwoods getting ready. All of Midgard probably. Yeah, things have changed. The woods are afraid. I can feel it. It's like a dark mist drifting through the trees. The Lake of Nine is solid ice now, covered in thick snow. We no longer have access to the realm travel room in Tyr's temple. Odin's locked out all travel to all the other realms. But thanks to Sindri, at least the doors that help us get around Midgard still work. I don't want to give away their secret here, in case someone with bad intentions and Aesir blood gets ever a hold of this journal. Let's just say the dwarves are tricky folk. Hillwalkers are on the move too. They seem to be more organized, but once we engage, they fight a bit and then fall back. I think they're waiting for something. An order, a sign. Who knows, reinforcements maybe? It's very odd. Father is frustrated, and so am I. Every day gets crazier, more stuff happens. It's harder to keep my writing up to date. I may have to set this journal aside soon. So yeah, this is a pretty lengthy journal entry, but it's full of interesting descriptions about the start of God of War Ragnarok. First, Atreus confirms my theory. The Lake of Nine will be completely frozen by the start of the next game. This means that boat travel will no longer be possible in Midgard, and Kratos and Atreus will be able to explore more of the realm. Perhaps the Midgard map will be even bigger. This wouldn't really be a problem since the game will be released on the PlayStation 5. A console capable of running bigger games easily. Now, I'm not saying God of War Ragnarok will be like Red Dead Redemption 2, but with a frozen lake we can definitely expect a bigger map. Something else that's really interesting is what Atreus says about Odin and the Realm Travel Room. In God of War 4, Kratos and Atreus were only able to visit Midgard, Alfheim, Muspelheim, and Niflheim. Well, you can say goodbye to these realms, cause Odin has locked entrance to all of them. Story-wise, we know he has this ability, because he did the same thing with Asgard, Vanaheim, and Svartalfheim in the first game. But the reason why he's locking all the realms remains a mystery. My best guess is that Odin locked all the realms because he doesn't want Kratos making allies outside of Midgard. But does this mean we will be stuck in Midgard for the duration of the next game? Obviously not. Realm travel was one of the coolest aspects of God of War 4. There's no way they're gonna get rid of it, but I do think it will be changed to a much better mechanic. In this journal entry, Atreus reassures the reader the magical doors in Midgard given to us by Brock and Sindri are still functional. In addition to these doors, I believe Brock and Sindri will also teach Kratos and Atreus how to step in the realm between realms to get around the Norse world. As an example, think of Brock quickly getting from Midgard to Helheim simply by using this ability. What if Kratos could do the same? I know this sounds crazy, but this was actually Cory Barlog's first idea for realm travel.
Part of it also was the original design. So the original design was that anywhere you went, you could move to another realm from any point. So you'd be standing in one place and you'd have like this little lens maybe, and you'd be able to see, sometimes you'd just be able to see into the other realm and see sort of Guacamelee style, where it would be like multiple puzzles that you can move between realms to solve these puzzles. But it proved to be a really large loading problem that we were like, all right, well, we can't tackle that now. This is cool, but we need to look at something more realistic that we can solve now, and then maybe stand on the shoulders of that and start to look into how can we make this even crazier.
So is it possible Brock and Sindri will create this lens for Kratos to travel between realms? I personally think it would be even better than the travel room, but if you have any theories, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you want to learn more about this lost mechanic, make sure to click on this link. Now, the last thing I want to mention about this journal entry is the Hellwalkers. Atreus records the Hellwalkers are behaving a little odd. They seem to be more organized, as if they were an army. To me, this seems to be the book teasing Hel, ruler of Helheim. Now, it wouldn't bother me if any other Asgardian god were to send armies to fight Kratos and Atreus because the Aesir are their enemies. But Hel is actually Atreus' daughter. Why would she be preparing an army to fight his father and grandfather? It doesn't make any sense. Jormungandr doesn't seem to have anything against his father. Why does Hel? Perhaps Atreus will in fact join the Aesir gods like in Norse mythology. While I'm not a big fan of this theory, it would explain why his Jotun daughter is preparing an army of Hellwalkers to fight his father. So there you have it, guys. Atreus' last journal entry before the story of the next game begins. What do you think about the lake being frozen, Odin locking all access to all the other realms, and lastly Hel preparing an army of Hellwalkers to fight Loki? Whatever your thoughts are about these topics, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. As always, I want to thank all of my members for their monthly support of the channel. People like Tall Neck Gaming, Luigi Williams, and Devon Fuller, to name a few, really go above and beyond to support my work. I would also like to thank all of my subscribers for liking and sharing my videos. It may not seem like a big deal, but it really is. With that said, thanks for watching, and remember, go forth in the name of Ragnarok.